but you can't have that side of me. So I'm taking it back. You look like a rat. You look like a rat with glasses. You look like a rat with glasses. With tiny teeth. You idiot. Back off now with your chocolate. Back off. You somebody take that to stop.
Someone watching this thing now will think that they're serious. So last night, would I say it was a whole lot? It wasn't exactly a whole lot. With the way the pool party went, like towards the end of the pool party, where it became vibes on vibes, and it seemed like almost everybody was gone, like literally tipsy to the max, right? I thought that things were going to stop. But for some reason, a lot of things that I thought would happen did not happen. The dynamics, the couple dynamics, the bed sleeping and everything. Most of those things did not happen. Everybody just literally went their separate ways. But some kind things happen, Sha. For this house, it's almost like they have nights where they are like on a chill vibe. Everybody will just respect themselves and go to their various beds, or they just change the dynamics. And on some nights, you just see so much happening at once, right? So anyway, let's just talk about the things that happened, and then some dynamics here and there, the breaking up situation between Mide and Bright, right? First of all, let us talk about this Bet King task, because I actually enjoyed this particular part. I'm just gonna show you guys this part of the task. I'm not showing the full thing because of how Denari performed during the task. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please do go to like, share, subscribe, and all the good stuff. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you can get notified each time I post a brand new video. So it was about football, like the Bet King games, like, or yeah, the Bet King task. It was about football, right? And Denari did so well. Like, you would know that this guy is a football watcher. He's very observant. He knows things in that field. He's very knowledgeable in that field, right? And it was nice that he was able to showcase himself. On his team, there were literally just two guys. One of them was Coach O that was asking the questions, and then they now had him. The other ladies had nothing, did not know anything about they didn't know the answers to the questions, but Denari was just going back to back to back. I was so proud. Like,
Flamboyant haircut, dab celebration. Boba. Dabala. I know if you get this one, but try. Bossy celebration. Rooney. Let's go! Let's go, it's
like Kocha wanted to go crazy. Like, even the one he thought he was not going to get, he got it. He still got another answer after this one. Like, he just kept going, going, going. And even the people that were not on his team were like, well done. Like, you did so well. Like, it was so good to see. Like, it's nice when they bring something that is related to what you really know, and you're able to show that side of you, right? So he had his time to shine. Even Doris was just smiling from ear to ear. And then he ended up helping them secure the win for his team. And they just did like their whole celebration. Mide, Tracy, Couture, Dede, Denari, So it was Joanna was also part of the team. So it was a big one for them, right? Then let's now talk about the breaking up situation between Mide and Bright. Would I really call it breaking up? It's basically breaking up from a certain in a certain way. It's kind of I'm just going to call it breakup, right? So basically, she was telling him that she feels like he is still very focused on his whole thing outside, because they had a conversation prior to this one, the day before, I think that 2 days ago or so. And he was still making reference to, like, oh, his situation on the outside, almost like, okay, it's when I go outside that I'll now know what is going on with my relationship outside, and then we can now will now determine how this would go. That kind of vibe. That's what the conversation was giving. So this time around, she was just telling him that um she doesn't like, or she feels some type of way knowing that, okay, this thing, you're basing it off of what is happening here, and you're hoping that, okay, when you go outside, that's when you now know whether anything they stop for here, right? So she was just expressing how she felt, and that at this point she's going to try to take a step back. She's not willing to be on this other side of it, giving it her all emotionally, physically, them being all cozy and everything, knowing fully well that this thing, if you know, stop on the outside, right? So she just told him that they're going to stop all the cuddle moments that she regrets. She actually regrets doing certain things with him, and they're going to stop doing all of that. That now we're just going to be them, they'll say their prayers, go to bed, not be all mushy mushy. And it was like, oh, okay.
Maybe we rush into certain things. Maybe I regret getting actually, I think I should but I was so caught up in the feelings.
So they had a long conversation, right? But the summary of this whole thing is just her feeling regrets and her feeling like this whole thing, she had gone too far with it, and it's time for her to take a step back, right? For me, to be honest, I do understand where she's coming from. Like, okay, this is her taking accountability for her own actions. Like, I know that this guy told me he had a relationship outside, and now it's biting me in the ass. So I have to, like, take some steps to make sure that, okay, this thing doesn't go further, or I have to take charge and do what I need to do what needs to be done, right? Although at this point, I believe it's too late. I've always told you guys that when it comes to the media situation, she's very much aware of how everything has been going. And even when he was moving funny, she told him. So she's aware of all these things. It's just the action. If his words on what she's supposed to do, how she's supposed to go about it, she get them from out. But when it comes to the action, that's where the problem is, because what she's saying now is understandable. His own part is also understandable. Is also understandable because he told her that, okay, this is what is happening on the outside. But now it's almost like he wants to have his way both ways, right? So to her, she feels like the fact that we have done all of these things, we have gone this far, and you're still basing us working out, you're still putting our whole this thing on hold, or saying, okay, this will work out depending on what happens outside. So what happens if you go outside? Like, you're hoping that the relationship outside is still there. So what happens when you go outside and it's there? So me, I could just throw me go outside, or what you get. So she has to protect herself from everything. And him, obviously, because he told her he's in his own, he has the rights to, or he can still carry on how he wants. But she is trying to protect herself. Fine and good. But would that action be taken? I doubt it, because tomorrow I'm going to see them together. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Then Kola and Imisi, this is their friendship sometimes. I feel like there's a little bit of likeness coming in, creeping in, and I think it's coming in more from Imisi's angle because of some of the things she has said and some actions she has taken. So this time around, she's calling him a shower, telling him that, it's always with, all the girls, everybody, most of the ladies in the house. So it was not like, what do you mean? Have you seen me with Avatar? Have I been in Avatar's bed, or Tracy? Like, what am I talking about? She was like, everybody. And then, she just told him that she basically just dragged him small.
Am I on Tracy's bed? Okay, who is the every girl? Define me. How many girls am I missing with Ivata? Are you jealous that I'm not spending more time with you?
Yes, I'm very jealous.
You're lying.
I'm jealous. I shall.
Like, he had to ask her, are you jealous that I'm spending my time with these people? She was like, yeah, I'm jealous. So now, obviously, like, as a friend, you can feel jealous that, okay, your bestie or your elder brother, because the other brother things that they do for this house, your other brother is not spending so much time with you, or he's, spending much more time with other people. So now, but the thing is this is this a jealousy from the place of that brotherhood, or there's more to it, or she just feels somehow that he's with like other? But if it's sibling jealousy, then you probably be jealous too that he spends time with his even his guys and everything, and not just the ladies. But since it's like peculiar to the ladies, then who knows? Who knows? I see things. I'm seeing things, but I am not going to push further. I always tell you guys what I observe. Observation no be what crime. This is what I'm observing for now. But let's be watching, Sha. Let's see how that plays out. For Doris, Sultana has returned her necklace to her. She was holding it. It was basically like a prank thing. Faith spoke about it in his diary room session, and he felt it was somehow for her to be holding Doris's necklace and not telling her, even though she was looking for it. So Sultana has returned it to her, and it wasn't so much of a big deal based off of their conversation, right? Then Sultana did something. So if I say Sultana, Doris did something very ewish to Imisi. So first of all, why did I just speak like Jennifer? So first of all, it was her. She went upstairs. She said she was upstairs. She bent down to pick up something, and she got a smell from Imisi's locker. She felt like it was her shoes. All right. So when in fact, Imisi went upstairs. She just told her that it's like your shoe is smelling. That she should check it. So Imisi got very defensive, according to her story. This one na her story where she did talk, but we never hear the other side. So she said Imisi got defensive and she was like, what does she mean? That she should not say that. Then Imisi now found what was actually smelling in her locker, which was like, I think she put pineapple that had stayed there for a while and gotten bad and gone bad and everything. And then they had like their whole back and forth. She said they were going at each other, right? Then she now put saliva on her toothbrush and splashed it on Imisi. That's Doris. I'm like, ew. Like, ew. Who does that? Why should you do that?
So as she came, so I was like, ah, see, it's like your sneakers. So, put it under this place. No, no, you can see that. You are an idiot. I don't say you are crazy. But if I had to confirm that something in her locker was actually smelling, I think it was pineapple. So I went my own toothbrush, put it in my saliva, and I started. She's smelling.
Like, did you guys hear that? Oh, the camera almost didn't even capture that because the thing had already moved. Like, she wet her toothbrush, put it in her saliva, and then splashed it. Ew, 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 ew. That's so disgusting. Like, why would you do that, right? So I don't even know what to say. That's not something that she like the fact that she's even saying it out. Like, don't you feel somehow doing such a thing to somebody? It's not disgusting. Like anything saliva is so ewish, right? And this whole storing food that they keep doing, like I'm sorry, why are you storing pineapple outside the fridge? Like, if you know that pineapple is going to spoil, so if you're not going to drink it or eat it immediately, just let it be. They keep like the holding of the food is so much that at this point, since they're not spoiling inside, even fish sometimes they'll carry it and put inside. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. But Doris, she's always sometimes she'll just be very aggressive with her in her approach, in her manner of approach, and it makes no sense. Anyway, we did not watch it. Now just then they just us. Let's move on. Then for Jason and Dede, Jason was basically calling Dede out on things that she has been doing. Okay, so he was asking her that they'll still have their relationship when they leave the house. He's putting her on his pedestal, I mean, on his own level, based off of they both have relationships outside and they've been doing things. My dear, people have not been doing the same thing, so it's you that has been doing the most. That's Jason. So he was now trying to find out, whether their relationship will still be happening outside. So I was like, I'm not there for your matter. Me and you are not the same. You that has been, screenshots have been going on your angle. He was now saying that she don't lose guard or something. She now said, nah, that's if anybody is to be correcting, he was not saying that he's just correcting her based off of the fact that earlier on when he was moving a certain way or going astray per se, that she called him out on it, and she's like, you as in you of now.
I
You
will see a screenshot every night when we turn to bed.
It's just like you get different brain just.
100%. You know even this.
You know the way they change, they do the stuff. You are getting carried away. No, don't refocus your brain.
Now you carry me come.
No, same way you will give me advice, I'm giving you advice.
You know you.
like, if anybody's to be giving advice, it's not you, Jason. If it's that, obviously, I get that at the beginning when she was still like not really talking to any guy. It's almost like you have the moral compass. Like, she had the moral compass to speak on his situation. But now that he's still doing the most, yeah, he cannot be coming to advise me now. Except you're saying, oh, let's try and take a step back. Anyway, she said that her own is not the same. So yeah, and the way their after party situation happened was just quite funny. It's almost like he was basically around that's Koyin and Dede. So after the party, Koyin was with Dede on the bed. He was trying to help her clean her makeup. Next thing I saw them downstairs. They were just spending some time together. Jason was around. It was giving third wheeler, to be honest. I was like, Jason, okay, just take a step back. This is far now in their this is their trial. Sometimes it feels weird. Sometimes it's cool, it's chill because I like their conversations, but sometimes it feels a bit weird. So that's what even gave rise to the fights and the back and forth that I showed at the beginning of this video, although it was not so serious, right? Then yeah, that's just how the after party thing happened. Then this party, the pool party. Waiting Imisi and Kocho for there. Even those the ships they did not they didn't do as much as them. Like they had the whole pool moments. At some point, they'll face each other, they'll dance, they whine on each other. At some then she'll now turn, he will rock her from behind. It was a whole lot. Even people like Mrs. fans that were watching, like I was on Twitter, they were like, Kola should come and carry Imisi from here before this thing will graduate to something else. I think that was like one of the highlights, or basically the highlight of the pool party. Sha. Then Dede was with Kola at some point. This one is giving that fantastic four that they say they've been trying to avoid. Right. So they were there. I was thinking that after the party, since they were together towards the end of the pool party, I thought that after that they will now chill and maybe stay together. But she was with Koyi for the most part. Then Doris and Denari. At this point, I don't know. They are doing too much. Anyway, I don't know. They don't leave each other's side during the whole parties, and it's getting boring. Yeah, I said that. But sometimes it can be cute, sometimes. But now they're now being very protective in such a way that I don't know whether to say like there's small toxicity there because she was complaining of Imisi cooking food and giving him. That's the scenario. So that she wants to be the only one cooking for him. He gets a conversation has a conversation. Conversation take go. I say anyway, they like what they like. Moving on. Jason, Joanna, normal, they did together. Faith and Joanna, there was a little dance moment there. I thought they would spend time after the party, but nah, everybody just decided to go their separate ways. Then Jason, it was basically like August meeting. They were having one kind of August meeting that I did not understand the purpose of, but he yielded small results. So he was explaining his situation with Dede and Sultana and his relationship outside to Doris and Big Soso. Tema just came in and left for she came in for a few seconds and left, right? So but he was explaining his situation with Dede, Sultana and everything. So said everything about how himself and Dede got close, him being in a relationship. So apparently it seems like these people did not know, or maybe they knew, I don't know, but he has not personally told them that he has a relationship outside, right? That's Big Soso and Doris. I think Doris is Awesha. Big Soso. Then he now told them how himself and Dede bonded. They both have relationships outside and everything. He's now talked about Gigi Jasmine telling him she has a crush on him at some point, and he was wishing she would not, continue in that line because he likes the friendship, but she didn't say anything to him again, and they just continued as friends. Sultana came into the picture after Big Soso told him that Sultana likes him. So he just gave like his explanation of the dynamics, right? And then he was now speaking about, after he spoke about himself and Didi's situation, Big Soso was now saying that she has messed up, or that she went to start hating Didi for no reason. I say, okay, so it's not that you know.
To be very honest, no matter, hate on that girl for no reason. Even though she would never admit to this, but I feel like she was somehow also holding on to the fact that I had somebody. And obviously she likes me, but she has a man at home and we were holding on to that.
So it was a long conversation. I didn't even want to listen to it because I'm like, this is people's story. This August meeting, same thing that we'll be hearing. But he said that obviously they didn't like him, but then she was just holding on to the fact that they both have relationships outside. I I don't think that she likes him that way. Sha. I have not seen it personally. Right? I've always told you guys about like the color thing based off of what I had observed. But for Jason, I don't think it's like that. I think it's just like chilled likeness and everything, nothing of that sort. But then yeah, that's all right. Now then what? Sabi. So That's it for this video, guys. What do you think? Do you think that Dede likes Jason more than she's claiming, or do you think that there's something there for Jason? Do you think there's something there to then Sultana? He spoke about them just trying to avoid each other because of temptation and stuff. And yeah, that's basically it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and bye. Love you. Kisses.